Introduction to Argumentative Essay Writing, Building Convincing Arguments. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to dive into the art of argumentative essay writing. Our topic is Introduction to Argumentative Essay Writing, and we'll explore how to build convincing arguments that effectively persuade your readers. Argumentative writing is a crucial skill, whether you are aiming to give in academic settings, professional environments, or everyday life. Through our discussion, we will define what an argumentative essay is, discuss its essential components, and look at strategies for developing strong arguments. By the end of this presentation, you will have a clearer understanding of how to write argumentative essays that can effectively communicate your point of view. What is an argumentative essay? An argumentative essay is a type of writing that presents a clear position on a topic, unlike other forms of essays that may merely inform or describe. An argumentative essay focuses on persuading the reader to accept this writer viewpoint. This is achieved by supporting the position with solid evidence and logical reasoning. For example, an argumentative essay on why renewable energy should replace fossil fuels would aim to convince readers by presenting evidence and reasoning in favor of renewable energy. The goal is to make a compelling case that persuades the reader to agree with your perspective. Structure of an argumentative essay. Let's look at the structure of argumentative essay. A well-organized essay includes four main parts. The first is introduction. This is where you will grab the reader's attention with a hook, provide the background information on the topic, and present your thesis statement which outlines your main argument. The second, body paragraphs. Each body paragraph should start with a topic sentence that introduces the main idea of the paragraph. Follow this with evidence and explanations that support your argument. Make sure your evidence is credible and relevant. The third, counter-arguments are important to address opposing views to show that you have considered different perspectives. By acknowledging and refuting counter-arguments, you are strengthening your own position. And the last, conclusion. In the conclusion, restate your thesis in a new way, summarize the main points of your essay, and end with closing through or call to action. For example, you could start your essay with a startling statistic about fossil fuel pollution. Then in the body paragraphs, provide evidence of the benefits of renewable energy, addressing the concerns of renewable energy in the counter-argument section, and conclude by summarizing the benefits and calling for action to support renewable energy policies. Crafting a strong thesis statement. The thesis statement is the backbone of your argumentative essay. It clearly states your position on the topic and provides a roadmap for your essay, guiding the reader through your argument. A strong thesis statement should be specific and debatable. It should clearly express your main point and invite discussion. For example, a weak thesis statement might be renewable energy is good. A stronger, more specific thesis could be renewable energy should replace fossil fuel because it is more sustainable, environmentally friendly, and economically viable in the long term. The stronger the thesis is clear, specific, and sets up the argument you will develop in your essay. Developing local arguments. Developing local Logical arguments is crucial for persuading your readers. Your arguments should be clear and logically sound, meaning they follow a coherent line of reasoning that makes sense. Support your claims with evidence. This can include facts, statistics, expert opinions, and real-life examples. Ensure that your evidence is relevant to your argument and comes from credible sources. For instance, if you are arguing that renewable energy reduces greenhouse gas emissions, you might include studies showing that solar and wind power can reduce carbon emissions by up to 90% compared to coal. This demonstrates that switching to renewable energy can significantly mitigate climate change. Using emotional appeals. While logical arguments are important, connecting with the reader's emotions can also be very persuasive. Emotional appeals can make your argument more relatable and impactful. Use stories and anecdotes to illustrate your points. Personal stories or hypothetical scenarios can help your reader connect with the issues on emotional level. For example, imagine a future where children can play outside without the threats of air pollution. Transitioning to renewable energy can make this a reality by reducing harmful emissions. However, be careful not to rely solely on emotional appeals. They should complement your logical arguments and evidence, not replace them. The best argumentative essays balance logic and emotion to create a well-rounded and convincing arguments. Addressing counter-arguments. Addressing counter-arguments is a key part of argumentative writing. It shows that you have considered different perspectives and are prepared to defend your position. First, acknowledge the opposing views. This might involve summarizing the main points of the counter-argument. Then refute these counter-arguments with evidence. Explain why these opposing views are incorrect or incomplete and provide evidence to support your refutation. For example, a counter-argument might be that renewable energy is too expensive to implement widely. You can refute this by explaining that while initial costs are high, the long-term saving on energy bills and environmental benefits outweigh the initial investment. According to International Renewable Energy Agency, the cost of renewable energy is decreasing annually. By addressing counter-arguments, you not only strengthen your position but also demonstrate your understanding of the issue's complexity. This makes your essay more credible and persuasive. Conclusion. In your conclusion, restate your thesis in a new way to reinforce your main argument, summarizing the key points you made in your essay, highlighting the evidence and logical reasoning that support your thesis. End with a closing thought or call to action. This encourages your reader to accept your argument or take specific steps related to your topic. For example, if your essay is about the need for renewable energy, you might urge your reader to support policies that promote renewable energy sources. A strong conclusion leaves a lasting impression and reinforces the persuasive impacts of your essay. For example, you could restate your thesis as, given the significant benefits, renewable energy should be our primary energy source. Summarizing that renewable energy is sustainable, reduces emissions, and is becoming more affordable. Conclude with a closing thought like, to ensure a healthier planet for future generations, we must act now to support renewable energy initiatives.